Hey, what is it? Sunday night. The night of the full moon. Happy November. Happy November. I want to talk about beliefs tonight. Beliefs. Does anyone know what a belief is? How can there be so many beliefs? Which belief is right and wrong? What are your beliefs? Tell me some of your beliefs. I'll share my beliefs with you too. You know? A lot of people don't trust to really tell their real beliefs. Music in the background, listening to smile.com. This one is Through the Veil of Illusion, 410.42 hertz frequency. The world exists to set you free. Ian Morris. I fucking love Ian Morris. Come on, you sensing me. I want to talk about beliefs, guys. What are beliefs to you guys? What are your beliefs? This has been coming up big, thick, heavy. For me and for other people. Chamomile lemon tea, I'm feeling it. Feet in the sandbox. Feeling it. I wore my pink because the world needs some damn love. Let's talk about beliefs. Come on, guys. I went deep in this tonight. Today, the past couple days, the past couple months. Taking it deeper. Tell me about your beliefs. Do you feel like your thoughts are in line with what you want or in opposition to what you want? Do you feel like your thoughts are in line with what you want, or do you feel like they're in opposition with what you want? So is what you think, is it in line with what you want, aligned with what you want, or is it the opposite of what you want? What is the question? People can have them. Oh, people have them. Oh, people have them. That's what's coming up right now. It's like, my belief is better than your belief, and my belief is stronger than your belief, and my belief has been going on for 1,000,000 years, and your belief is brand new. My belief is way better than your beliefs. But really, no one's beliefs really matter but your beliefs. So, Angela, if your thoughts are aligned with what you want, can you be true to your own self? You don't have to say it out loud. Can you be true to your own self right now in this moment and say that you are living the life that you really desire with your heart? I am rearranging my thoughts to be more aligned than I ever have been. Yes, Jennifer Francis. It is a lot of work to rearrange your thoughts. That's a really good word for it. Rearranging your thoughts. You know, this is how Always Think Up came to be, is because you just keep working it and working it and working it and working it. And the more you work it, the more you notice. And the more you notice, the more you can work it. And then sometimes you're like, fuck, I can't work it. I'm giving it too much attention. I have to ignore it for a little bit. See, and this is the flow. This is the flow of working on yourself, of working on your thoughts, of working on your alignment, right? It shouldn't hurt others. Yeah, sometimes though, that is a belief. It shouldn't hurt others. We can't pick what hurts others and doesn't hurt others. I've been in that place a lot of times. My heart goes out to people that feel like them living their best selves and loving their selves the best that they can shouldn't hurt others, because sometimes when you're really loving yourself and when you're really putting you first, it does hurt others. And so in the old belief system of me living my best life shouldn't hurt others, when others are hurt by you living your best life, then you step down from your best life. then you get your thoughts in a place where they're not really aligned with your heart's desires. See, so yes, we have family and ancestral lineage and all this stuff and all this energy floating all around. But we have these hearts. And these hearts, they have desires. And so what happens is through time and all this time that everyone's been happening, we've blocked off our hearts and closed off our hearts. Like most of my people that I talk to and my friends all the time, even my own self, I learned from working it with my own self. But when I ask them, what does your heart really desire? Like, what do you want from that? Like, it's work, it's their girl, it's their guy, it's their whatever, their flow in their day, their driving, whatever. What do you truly want from that experience? See, because each of us want truly something really different out of life. Each one of us, what our heart's desires is very different. Almost. So close. Yeah, a lot of us, we are so very close. But this beliefs are a thought that we keep thinking over and over and over and over in our mind. And it makes you sick. Thinking too much. I'm a Libra. I'm an air sign. I'm a thinker, right? And I'm here to tell you guys that sometimes that can make you sick. So how I've checked myself on my belief system, right? Because I feel like I was raised kind of lucky. I tell all my friends, all my clients, my parents weren't really that tough. I mean, I grew up Catholic, meh. I grew up, in these certain ways, but, we were always just we were never really forced to do anything too much. But it's vibrational negative or vibrational positive. And so I was raised in a lot of vibrational negative. And so, my beliefs were I'm just gonna get ready for the worst, so when the worst comes, I can take it, right? And so that was not in line with what my heart desired, because my heart desired all this goodness in life and relationships that last and friendships that last, right? And so by me thinking against what my heart desires, I kept fighting my own self. So it's we are the creators of our experience, but we are the destroyers of our experience too. And it's right here in beliefs, I don't really know a lot of times how to talk to you guys. The way when I go and I connect with spirit and I get to talking to spirit and everything, I feel like I'm just surrounded by this understanding. And it's understanding with no words. And when I'm connecting with spirits, this heart talk that you can't even really describe to people. You have to experience this thing, right? And it's you don't have to start off as deep as me, and I don't have to do the same things you do. It's just, how do you connect to your beliefs? Our beliefs, my beliefs have really changed. From the girl that used to always think the worst, so when it came, I was ready, to cheerleader for the divine, vibrational alignment coach. My beliefs have made a drastic shift. And it's it wasn't really drastic. It's been 15 years of training my brain and training my brain and training my brain and training my brain by being aware of when I would have friction in certain moments, and when you'd have trigger moments or drama moments or chaotic moments, right? And so that's just the world existing to set you free. It's not, we're not going to make people happy all the time. People aren't going to be content all the time. People do need to learn how to soothe themselves instead of running out, spending money, having sex, outside. People are so afraid of what's inside of them. And I get it. And right now, there's a lot of fears coming up. And it's it seems like the whole entire world has fear volcanoes all over the place. And so I love you guys. My thoughts are positive, yet I don't know where I'm going. You don't really have to know where you're going. It's your desires in your heart, they're not a destination. They're like a certain way that you want to, do it, right? And so it's not about positive thoughts. It's about the real healing of your belief systems, right? I tried to positive talk my programming. I put so much love on it every single day. I have fucking notebook on top of notebook on top of notebook to prove how positive I was. Yet I was still having these massive triggers in my belief systems come and erupt in my life, right? And so, blame and responsibility came up real big, like the past 3 or 4 days. And it just be like different people that I'm talking to that are like, well, I'm going to take responsibility for it. But they didn't mean they were going to take responsibility for it. They meant, fuck it, I'll take the blame. I don't want to deal with this shit. I just want to keep moving forward. I get it. I've done it, right? But that's not it, though. It's taking responsibility for why the fuck do you even have this as an issue again in your life, because you knew that this was an issue before and you attracted it again into your life. And so as much as you want to be mad at that other person, it's not that other person's fault that you let that fuckery back into your life, because people only go as far as you'll let them go in your life, right? Self-love, self-respect, responsibility. This shit goes so fucking deep, man. So I'm Sarah Richardson. If you guys don't know me, I've been trying to write my bio. So if you guys have known me for a really long time, I hate bios. And I don't know why I can't just ever use the last one. I'm always like, it's so different now. And I hate bios. I write it 5 different ways and then still don't send it in. And I really just don't like bios. I feel like everything is ever changing and ever moving, and I don't know how to explain to these people what it is I do. I just talk shit and tell people that their body wants to heal. Your body wants to heal. Your body wants to heal. Your body wants to heal. So I created Always Think Up, alwaysthinkup.com. I'm working on it right now, right? And it's just a place where, people who are wanting to become aware of themselves and take responsibility for their lives, it's a place where we can come and talk. Because when you're becoming aware of yourself and you're working on these old belief systems and these old programs that are inside of you, it's shitty. It's not yes, it's ugh, right? And there's not really anything that anyone can do for you, but if you can really get just genuine love, that helps, if you don't have to just fight in a relationship. And so, Always Think Up to me is so many things. It's where I got to feel out my passion and the spaces that I want to use my passion, right? So each of us, from our lives, from our patterning, from our belief systems, from the things that we went through, right? The pain creates this passion inside of you. And so, my pain for losing somebody I love dearly turned into Help the Helpers, where I go out and I help social workers and people that work at the jail and people that work in the firefighters and the EMTs and, and I try to help them to release energy, because this whole energy talk and everything to them isn't very common. And so, but they think I'm psychic because I'm telling them everything that's going on with their energy, because they're bogged down in trauma all day. They're bogged down in fear all day. Energy is very transferable. You have a lot of people right now that are wanting people to be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. You can be highly protected. Just put protection over you. You don't have to do it constantly. You just have to trust that you can do it, right? Don't be afraid. And so I call myself a cheerleader for the divine. So the way the belief systems and the fear systems and the programming systems set up people's beliefs about God, I was born with this gift to naturally know when someone was bullshitting on what this energy was that they were talking about, right? And it's funny because I didn't even really know about the Bible and shit like that, but they would say certain shit and I'd be like, blasphemy. You know, and it would be like something that the church told them to say, you know, and here I am like, I'll kick you in the fucking neck in the name of love, you know, like I'm no person to be judging anything, but I always knew, you know, a lot of times when it comes to God, that this is where this belief system runs like super, 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 super deep. And this is something that I have spent my whole entire life connecting to. And it's kind of cool to see right now other people start to connect with their divine self, because your divine self is fucking dope. Your divine self, what your heart desires, what you want to do in this life, this actual life, is amazing. But the beliefs and the fears and the anger and the madness that is tucked down in the root of you will not let your heart lead in love. It doesn't let the heart lead in love. It blocks off. It wants love. The heart desires love, but a broken root. See? And once you bring it from the root up to the heart, then you start to speak it. See, that's another thing that I've been running into lately, is just people in their madness or whatever, just like speaking some crazy shit real quick. Just like, oh, whatever I always get wrecked into. And I'm like, oh, no, don't say that. Start there. You got to just start right there. You can't say that. And I'm like, I always get front row parking, and they're like, all right, is there like what I just said was serious? Like, why'd you say that? Because sometimes you have to switch these people's brains from, you know, when somebody's running in a fear vibration, they're not receptive. They're not going to receive what the love that you're trying to give. When somebody is in a fear vibration, there's not anything you can do in that realm. You have to do you, and then it changes that. And then sometimes you know, nibble your feet out there a little bit, see what it's hitting for, and then you know, whatever. So much work. My love life sucks, but every other area is satisfying. Yeah, and it's all about you as a whole. And so I love you, girl. I love you, girl. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we were talking about today. I fucking love you. You know, what were we talking about today, Angela? Can you remember? Interesting. Makes sense. Beliefs can change. Beliefs do change. I knew you as a teen. My heart is with you. Okay, I'm in the negative. Yeah, and it really isn't about negative and positive, because, like, you know, knowing that there is negative and positive in this life is real. Like, so people are like, oh my God, Sarah, you're so cool, like the way you see God or whatever. And I'm like, it's just universal law. Like, God, it's everything to me. Like, it's in every crevice of every space of everything. Humans just got so caught up in these belief systems of fear and lack and poverty and slavery that they are still there. It's playing out. It's playing out. You can see your fear, your lack, your hurt in all your posts. You can see your fear, your lack, your hurt, and the way you operate in your life and how you feel in your body and about your body. Everything is connected, right? But you don't have to be in the fear that everybody else is in. And it takes a lot to, like, work on yourself and work on these belief systems and see where your belief systems have pulled you away from your heart, and disconnect from these belief systems that have pulled you away from your heart to stand up for your heart. And sometimes, you know, when you disconnect from the belief system and you're standing by your heart, it's like you have all this love that you had over here in this belief system, and you're just kind of standing over here off to the side by yourself. And that hurts. And that's like, you know, your thoughts, the beliefs start creeping back up. Should I have done this? Like, I shouldn't be hurting the people that I love. But then you sit with yourself for a little bit and you get into alignment. When you can be by yourself and you can get into alignment and really look at the negative and the positive in life and know that everything is happening in this life to free you from, our ancestors were stuck as fuck. Hey, Kelly. So many fucking trigger moments today. Yeah, there were. I mean, there have been a lot of trigger moments. Shit, man. You know what I mean? I talk about the doo-doo all the time. I'm quick. I used to be really quick to trigger. I took anger management like 15 times in my life. Yeah, I was angry on the inside and I didn't really know why, and I couldn't really ever see it or get to it. And it's a process. Part of the process is wanting to. Part of the process is maybe not even wanting to. Part of the process is, why is it taking so long? Part of the process is like, whoa, shit, that went too fast. My beliefs have brought quality relationship with friends and family, not lovers yet. Yes, I love you, Angela, for that, because I'm also working on love in my life. And I'm also working on, what I believe is a good, healthy relationship. I'm working on that. I'm creating that because, I've been watching a lot of stuff about, my girl did a video about we don't know better until we really do know better. And that hit me because it's so real. Like, you don't really know until you become aware of it. And not a lot of people are aware of it. And so I've been like pushing love out of my life, right? Blocking off like cold heart type shit, right? And I did it with everything. I did it with girlfriends. I did it with everything. And so my relationships have become better quality. And some of it's the same people and some of it's completely different people. But they are quality people. They are quality friends. They are quality creators. They are quality with how they like to take care of their, I like to buy good food for myself and wear some whatever clothes. You know what I mean? Sometimes, good quality. I like good quality sheets. I like good food, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Quality is really, I've been seeing that in a lot of other areas in my life, which is helping me to trust that can also be in love. But a friend of mine sent me this video and I only just watched just like a couple minutes of it, but it was a man, divine masculine, you could tell. And he was talking about, when you're out here and you're doing this work, when you're working with people, you got to really pay attention to the energy of the people that you're working with and see, because that goes into quality relationships. Like I was building the quality in my relationships, yet I kept running into certain things. And so I had to keep revisiting myself to find out what that is, right? And so a lot of people really get stuck in this lover's place, and I think it's because it's the sex place, and I think it's because that's like the masculine side of you, right? It's funny because like right now today we're off with like the whole feminine archetype, right? But it's the masculine side of you, but it's a feminine space in the masculine side of you, and that's the sex space, and that's the place. Like it's super easy to be up here talking to spirit. It's super easy to be talking to your angels. It's super easy to be connected with old loved ones. It's easy, it's safe, it's gentle, it's nurturing, it's filling, right? But bringing those things into your actual physical world is what seems like it's impossible, but people ask me, like, why do I go so hard for this? What I go hard for? Because you could have the best life. You create this life. You could have every single thing your heart desires. You just have to find out what it is that your heart truly desires, and that takes work. I love you. Reinforcing my boundaries like a maniac. Yeah, I've been reinforcing my boundaries too, and it feels like a maniac because it comes out weird, when you're not used to like setting boundaries and you're starting to set boundaries with people. Sometimes it could feel a little like maniac, like I'm going crazy, but no, I really need to set this boundary. And your belief of loyalty and respect, it goes so deep. That goes so deep, and that's not something that we can teach anyone else. That's something that they have to like love and experience and, have passion to love and respect people. And we have to know when we meet somebody like that or when we don't, right? Because like, I believe that if you're anything like me, you get the choice. So like you meet someone that's the one you're supposed to pick, but then another one comes in and it's not the right one and you pick that one and then this one, you see what I'm saying? We're not in alignment. We're just like missing it. Like we're getting it, but we're not picking it. And that's why it's our fault, I'm a marriage. Feels like the universe is trying to teach me this is an old belief system. I don't know, sis, because like I feel like marriage is a fucking institution. I feel like it's when somebody just wants to like claw you down and like make you theirs. And like I believe in like free love. Like I believe that the person that's out there that's made for me is a creator and they love themselves and they make good decisions for themselves when they're by themselves. So marriage to me feel like, even just like saying it, I feel like tied off in my heart. Now, like I love the whole thing of like people coming together in love, right? And so I marry people. I'm an ordained minister, right? And I only marry people that I can feel love from, right? You don't feel that from everybody. But the weddings that I've done, they're really cool. Because they're more of like, just to get people together to show the love. It's not really like this big thing to like, upscale this and upscale that, it's like real, true, intimate, private, good love. It's not like this big shenanigans, because some of this whole marriage shit is crazy. So yeah, I think the universe is teaching you that, because if you have, that is a belief system, and that's funny because, it's not funny, but, in the research that I've done on my family and my ancestral lineage, a big thing was around, divorce and staying together, belief systems about divorce, belief systems about marriage, belief systems about staying together, belief systems about sex and loyalty, belief systems about all that stuff. But, that's why it's funny out here, because being a mom is like my absolute favorite work. But then my second favorite work is talking to people about energy, frequency, and vibration, right? And so, out here in this world, you have to like put a label on everything that you do so people can understand what it is that you do. So I'm like, all right, I'm hem-hawing around. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just call myself a vibrational alignment coach, try to make it simple. I don't know. Some people are like, Sarah, that's not really that simple. And I'm like, well, none of this shit is simple. Keep getting hurt over and over and over again. I know, love. It's in the subconscious programming. It's in the energy from the ancestors. It's deep, 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 deep in that womb space. It's deep. That womb space is so directly related to your inner child at every single level that it's ever been in your life, right? This is a wonderful stone. I can't even remember because I'm just flowing right now. I've bought it for people. I'm just not there right now. If you know the name of that stone, pop it up there, but I'm not feeling it. Guys, I fucking love people. I love people. I love especially people that like dare to be different out here in this world. But, I'm just Sarah Richardson. So like, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a witch. I'm not a Pleiadian. I don't get in galactic, right? I might get galactic with myself and with God sometimes. I might feel into Atlantis with God sometimes. But I'm Sarah. I'm Sarah Richardson in the flesh right here doing day-to-day real life footage about me digging into my belief systems, real life footage about how my belief systems have affected my life and have done how real life footage of how changing my mind continues to just change my life, right? So Beliefs are only a thought that we keep thinking over and over and over in our mind. What you're creating with your subconscious mind is not what your conscious mind is saying. It's what your subconscious mind keeps banging, 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 banging. So you could say all day, oh, I love my love life, right? But in the back, your love life's like, I get hurt all the time. 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 But you're like, oh no, I love love. I'm just a love bug. And it's like pain, torture, fear, right? It's just like banging you, right? That's what it is. It's the belief that you have thought so much into your reality. Like you birthed that belief through, no matter if it was like super good or super bad, right? You birthed that through, and now you're living your life like that. And so then what you do is you find out, is this working out for me? My own belief system of what single people should do, or what married people should do, or what parents should do, or what black people should do, what white people should do, what rich people should do, what poor people should do. You just worry about yourself. When you start to worry about your own mind and your own root, you start to realize that there's not even really enough time in the day to be paying attention to anybody else's shit. I can't let that go. So I decided I'm going to believe in it anyways, but I keep getting hurt over and over again. I truly appreciate you and all that you are and all do. Thank you, beautiful. You're welcome. Right. I love you. I love you. Hi, Cindy. What do you recommend for grieving? I am a complete mess. I lost my beautiful mom almost 2 months ago. My ex-mother-in-law. First, let me just send you so much love, Kim. It's hard. Do you feel them? Like, can you call out to them? Do you feel them? Ground a lot. But, turn on the 528 because you don't want to be too low for too long. You might grieve. I don't know. Certain things I still grieve over. It's been 14 years. 10 years, 11 years. Sometimes it never really leaves. It's just like kind of like learning to live again, and grief definitely will alter beliefs and belief systems, But my advice to you is, call them into you, girl, ask them to come and show you that they're there, and ask them to, show you guidance when you need help, when you would normally go to them because they're there. It's just like learning how to, work that thing. That's really the thing. And for everybody, it's so different. That's why I can't just tell you like a real way, but the real way that you can start is just ask them to come in. Yes. Hi, love. Trust is a big one. And we tend to, as people, fuck with a lot of people that we really don't trust. And when you're fucking with people that you really don't trust, then that has you off from living your heart too. It's a big part about learning about the root and learning about the heart. I love that. I want that because I've always been by myself. Well, I mean, I love you. I guess, I say all the time that I've always been by myself, but I'm a big sister. And so I guess I never really was by myself too much, right? Yeah, and when you take care of yourself your entire life, and and you're that energy for yourself, sometimes it's hard for you to really like soften up, Angela. Well, no. So you put the desire. She said, so it's a desire to choose who does it. You put the desire out there. You don't choose who does it. Like, the desire has an essence. And so once you learn how to feel into that essence, then you know whenever that thing comes, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. I feel you. I do feel them close to me, and that brings me so much comfort. I talk to them and I ask for signs. Yeah. And like, seriously, Kim, even ask them like, okay, you know, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety lately. Like, what should I do to take that away? You know, and you might hear like, you know, your girlfriend might be like, go for a walk. You know, your mother-in-law might say, go for a walk, or talk to the squirrels, or, you know, something. It'll be something that will hit on something that you guys did that will help you to bring that anxious, like, so when you're anxious, your energy is just like really high. That's why you get dizzy. That's why, you know, all that stuff happens. And so what you want to do is you want to bring that energy. You want to focus on the root so you can ground your energy back in, so it can be stable and sturdy instead of so heady. And so sometimes you have to eat thick. Sometimes you have to lay down. Sometimes you have to take a walk. Sometimes you have to take a bath. Sometimes you have to, you know, do certain things, and they'll help you and they'll guide you. But guys, I'm real life, you know, and that's why I come and I talk to you, because we're healing up some real ass shit. And like, some of these people will galactic you to death and you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Some people will like lose you in all the archangels and all the, you know, lineages and the kings and the queens and just everybody. And that's not like a part of our real life. We have been force fed so many bullshit ass beliefs, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed about the beliefs that they put on us about everything. The beliefs about status, the beliefs about God, the beliefs about money, the beliefs about health, the beliefs about food, the beliefs about the government, the beliefs about your freedom, the beliefs about interracial dating, the beliefs about biracial babies, the beliefs about, you know, everybody got all these fucking beliefs. But then, you know, when me and my friends come up and we're bringing something serious to the table, everybody got all these beliefs, don't got shit to say. Big shit. It really does make me so mad. And I know that the reason why they don't have anything to say is because they're not tuned into their beliefs. Like, when you're grounded into the ground and you pull that up, your root is clear. Your feelings you're using them for the good. Your energy center is powerful, and you're leading life by your heart, right? And so these bullshit ass beliefs. So some people have said to me in the past few days, about a week, what were some of the beliefs that came up for me? And so I asked you guys some of your beliefs, and you guys have shared. Thank you, right? So a lot of the beliefs that I've had that have been fucking me up for a really long time are about sex. Sex and the whore. Love, lust. The choices that you make in your sex life, right? Putting others, what other people wanted before myself, right? And so what happens is when you have these beliefs, you know, I had these beliefs that ran in my subconscious mind about sex and money, and they were terrible beliefs, and it was just about sex and money. And my beliefs weren't lining up with my heart's desires. So, you know, I want to love sex and money. I don't want to feel like this about sex and money, but somehow every time this kept overriding this. And then I didn't even realize that I had to get all to it from the base of me. It's inside of you, where you do all of this change for all of what you've been working on, right? So you know, when you go through these things in your belief systems, what happens is when the belief that is a thought that you keep thinking until you create it into fruit, right? When that overrides your intuition, you start to question your internal guidance system. So it's like you just created this far out belief and it came true, and now you're even questioning your internal guidance system, when it's like your internal guidance system's like you created that from that belief that you have inside of you. Your internal guidance system that's like your God body. That's like your soul that's pushing you to be the best body that it could be the best temple to do whatever it came here to do. I spent a lot of time mad at God in this whole sex thing, right? I was really like angry, like, if you're supposed to be God, then why does this stuff even exist? You know, these broken sex spaces. And it's like, it's not even really anything bad, but it's just the things that I had done. Like, I had hurt a lot of people's feelings. A lot of people had hurt my feelings. It was just like not a good space. Like, I wanted to enjoy sex and all those things. And every time sex brought into the equation, it was chaotic and drama, right? But I didn't realize at the time that like all of that was going to get me here to where I have been working on healing my womb for like the past 5 years, working on really getting deep inside myself. And it takes a lot of work, guys. So if you're coming out here and you're just wanting to learn about your womb or your womb space and your ancestral lineage and your inner child and all of those things, I give you so much love. And just know right now that it takes time. If you're like 5 months on your journey, 10 months on your journey, 5 years on your journey, 10 years on your journey, I love you guys all. This shit takes time, but the energy is pushing it a lot faster. And so that's the uncomfortable that a lot of us are feeling right now. And so, you know, I can't, when somebody has a belief system that's based on fear, I can't really fuck with it. Like, I have a 0 tolerance policy for that in my body. And I've been like that since I've been young. You know, we are magical beings. And I was blessed to be able to see like people's souls. And it's like, just even learning how to explain that to somebody is a lot of work. But like, what I see is like, I see you're human, but then I see your soul. And so your soul like wants the best for you and is like encouraging you and whatever. But your belief systems are overriding it. So like, our hearts are full of so much compassion, right? But what happens is our belief systems make us mean. So like, our heart wants to be like, you know what? I love you no matter what. Like, no judgments. But then our belief systems are like, I can't do this. This goes against my belief system. And then you're in that space. Sex causes drama. I don't even want it. It's a sex space. It's just healing, sis. I mean, you know, I don't even see, like, that's one of the things that I really changed is like, I used to think sex caused drama too. And now I say sex heals. Because it is primal. We did come here to do it. Healing. One sexual experience at a time. That marriage is a soul's unbelieving is requiring sex to be complete. Yeah, but, you know, like, just imagine just, you know, having somebody in your life that you knew was just like you, that loved you, you know, just the way you love them. Like, I believe that that person's out there, but what I believe is that until we really align with our heart's desires, we don't align with them. And so we keep running into the duds. And so me, I don't even pay attention to the duds anymore. I'm just like, nope, until it's all lined up, it ain't all lined up. It's just going to be all lined up. Nope, nope. When it's all lined up, it's all lined up. This is not lined up to what I'm thinking, right? I'm the creator of it. We're magical. We're hurt, but we're so fucking magical. You know, right now, like I was saying earlier, this whole energy of seeking permission from a female, like a high up, like female, like a mother archetype in your life, right? A lot of people have an underdeveloped relationship with the feminine side of them because in growing up, like, you know, women are just starting to stand up right now. Women are just starting to get strong enough right now. And so, you know, women were off. They were suppressed back in the day, right? And so the females, yes, they're amazing that raised us. They're queens, they're royalty, they're beautiful, right? But they had such a low frequency, and then we just automatically like learn that low frequency. Like the words they said would be good, but the frequency that was in them was a low frequency. And so that's our undeveloped relationship with the feminine side of us. And so one really good thing that everybody could do is like, you know, tune into your feelings, like how you feel about certain things. Yes, it is work. You know, everybody has a feminine energy in them, a feminine power in them, but it's something that you have to experience. It's something that people can't really teach you. And so the only way that you can teach people to start to experience that from a blocked off space is to talk about your feelings. Be vulnerable about your feelings. Find somebody you can trust to talk about your feelings. So find somebody you can trust to be vulnerable, because, you know, a lot of us, you know, if you have an underdeveloped relationship with the feminine side of you, you have an underdeveloped relationship with females outside of you and the female inside of you. So that goes like, you know, all the way around. You know, there's been a lot of things coming up with like triggers around feminine archetypes, triggers around, you know, feminine circles, triggers around these things. And what it's coming up to teach you is that you have to feel that through. So if you're in some kind of thing and it's like a group of girls and there's something coming up, you know, I got like the most awesome advice today on this. And it's crazy because every single thing is a reflection. And so when I stopped taking blame and started taking responsibility for my life, I really started to see even more and become even more aware of like the way I worked with energy and the way certain things affected me and the way certain things triggered me. I was thinking because my dad wasn't present that maybe I'm creating a man that's not available as well. Yeah, you know, but it's even deeper. Like if they're unavailable, then where are you unavailable to yourself? You know, because my dad wasn't present either. And I mean, today's definitely like, I'm definitely feeling this whole underdeveloped relationship with the feminine side today really deep. And I didn't have my dad either, but, you know, I've been going through a lot of stuff with that even too, you know, about growing up, not having my dad, and then having my daughter and her dad, and our relationship and what it is and what we've been through and the fears and the belief systems that I got passed down, right? And so working on my feelings is what helped me to be able to like feel what to do in like big choices that I had to make. You know, like when big choices used to come up, I didn't know what to do. I'll just call my mom and be like, huh. And like sometimes she or your friends or whatever will give you advice that goes against your belief systems in your heart. And so that's when it doesn't feel right. So, you know, yes, you have to feel your feelings all the way through, because without feeling your feelings all the way through, your experience is going to keep you to keep coming back and revisiting them. But what thoughts could you think internally to know that you're fucking great? You know, when you are going to the shadows, when you are visiting, you know, the shadows, you need to make sure that after you feel all that, that you keep thinking and saying things to yourself to let you know how great you are, just the way you are. Because this isn't about being better than someone or more in tune than someone or more right. You know, this isn't about being more right. Dude, I'm working so fast tonight. My dad posted advice on a post of mine today. I've never met him. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I got to meet my dad when I was like 20. That's super dope. That gives my heart like the flutters. Yeah. You know, I don't know anything really, but I know one thing. You know, before you work on a relationship, work on that with the dad thing, you know? You are working fast. It seems so slow sometimes too, doesn't it? Appreciate the beauty of who you are, all of you. All of you. Your darkness, your lightness, your brokenness, your fears, your beliefs. I don't want you to go back to your beliefs to think like, oh man, I'm a shit pot. I ain't shit. I can't believe I've been doing this shit for so long. No. Like I made that shit happen after I became aware of the unavailable man we did. Yeah. Yeah, and that's how it comes sometimes in just words like that, right? And you feel that out until you start to create the available man. You get the unavailable man, so you want to get the available man. So, but I didn't want him there with love. So what do you love? You know, you have these belief systems and man, tell me what you love. Tell me what you love. Tell me what you enjoy. I love good food. I love good conversations. I love good coffee. I love good vibes. I love peace. I love my boil pot in the winter. I love not too many people around me at the same time. You know, I like to keep it kind of low key. You know, finding your balance takes a lot of work, you know, between the masculine and feminine side in you. Trusting the knowledge that is coming to you takes work. Expanding your energy takes work and you feel it. Revisiting your beliefs takes work. You just keep going back and visiting the root. Keep going back and visiting the root. But what happens is when we start to get more comfortable going down and back and into the root, then we start to become more comfortable to communicate these things out to other people. Like, I was always like a lover, but I was afraid to death to communicate. So I would like just shut somebody off in the name of love and not even give a fuck. I love synchronicity. Me too. I love synchronicity too. Those are like those God wings. That's the love juice. That's the love juice. That's the only way I get True to not bring bugs in the house is I tell them, we can't keep them. They eat love juice and they don't sell it in the stores anywhere. It's just out there for them. They know where it is. We don't know where it is. It's magic. But when we actually learn to, use this voice and use our base, our passions, our emotions for the things that we really, really want and desire in this life, and you are in alignment with what your heart really desires in this life, that is when life is just like, wing. Because I am single, but I don't think of myself like that. Like, I had to learn how to love on myself. Being a mom, I had to learn how to get my shit in check because my baby feels all my shit. Haha, that's cute. I love kids. Me too. Guys, we really do have more than enough to get into ourselves and start doing this work on ourselves. I love the way they don't give a fuck. Yeah, they sure don't give a fuck. And it's so funny, my baby helps me to step more into the natural flow of abundance. And it's super crazy, I feel so blessed because something about bringing her to life made me more connected with myself than I'd ever been, ever on my journey. But, stepping into the natural flow it's kind of like fact checkers, right? So you take your beliefs and then you put them with natural law. And then when you put them with the different things in natural law, then that's how you know that your beliefs are kind of fucked. Your beliefs are kind of holding you away from your heart's desires because your heart desires to be free. And so if there's any way in your life that you don't feel free, that's because this belief system is fucking up your flow, bro. The moments, the triggers are showing you, but you have so many resources out here. So I tell you guys all the time, I tell you again, every day I wake up and I'm like, thank you for all the unknown resources. Thank you for all the people. Thank you for all the opportunities. Thank you for all the conversations. Thank you for all the experiences. Thank you for all the surprises. Thank you for all the money. Thank you for all the bills paid. Every single thing front row, right? I get into it. And the more you do it, the more you'll feel it, right? And then sometimes you'll change ones here and there. But give thanks for the resources that you do have in your life, because that's how it starts. If you're not thankful, look up universal law, man. If you're not thankful for what you already have, you're not going to get any more. You might get some crumbs to push your spirit. We got to settle our emotions up, guys. And it's I know, right? I called my friend today and I'm like, I know why everyone's crazy. Because tomorrow's the election. People get so fired up about this stuff. And I don't know, my belief system is set up completely different than that. I have my own way to live and love, and I pray. I see the truth through it all, right? And I pray for what needs to be prayed for in my belief system. I'm totally processing what you're saying. Don't stress. It's hitting my soul, but not my mind. Yeah. It's okay because, a lot of women are out here really craving a partner. And I think that that's why I am here to share with you guys, the ways I do love myself. And it's funny because sometimes going from a really big family to now it's just me and True and Nanu in here, right? It can feel a little lonely because there just isn't that extra chaos. There isn't that extra thing going on that might pop out the blue, that extra person that's going to be there to meet the special package at the door. I voted once, made no difference. It was frustrating. Yeah, and if someone's belief system tells them that their vote makes a difference, I love them in that, right? But my belief system is no. No, it's way deeper than that. They do whatever they want to these fucking ballots. They talk about it out loud. Everybody even knows what they do. I mean, whatever. If they like it, to me, it's just like, these are the days of our lives. But I do a lot of work that other people won't do. So, like, I have a lot of politic friends. Let me take that back. I have a lot of politic friends that are, like, really involved and they really know what's going on and all that stuff. And I love them. And, like, I know that they know, like, what's best for me, my daughter. And, like, that's what they're out here for. And I fucking love them. However, I ain't politicking. I pray for what I see and what I need, and I feel like I create it, and so I'm at a whole different place, and I don't really get caught up in everybody's fear as much. I keep to myself. We got to keep focused on ourselves, guys. You focus on you, focus on your house, focus on your kids, focus on your triggers, focus on your anger, focus on your sadness, focus on your loneliness, right? Focus on you. Encourage success in others. And that's another thing. This is what's been coming up really a lot. Like, people getting triggered just off other people's success is fucking crazy, man. And it's like, and this is where it's coming up, like, in their belief systems. And it's just like, you can tell when someone's like in their big dick energy of their belief system, and you're like, oh, okay. Big dick energy of your belief system. What's up, Too Good? So, whenever you go into your belief systems, your root, your shadow work, right? That can have you feeling like upside down. So, you want to eat the same things that you used to eat, but your stomach just ain't feeling it. You want to feel the way that you used to feel, but now it's like a little bit more intense. You kind of feel off. Your body can feel icky. Shadow work can have you feeling really, really upside down. And what shadow work is, like, what your beliefs are your deeply rooted programs. So, like, it's like this deeply rooted system, unseen system in you, right? And it's so deep. And so when you're doing all of these things, and when you're changing the ways that you used to be thinking, it can feel crazy sometimes. It can feel weird as fuck sometimes. And no matter what, you're leading your life by your heart. So whether you're leading your life from an open heart or a closed heart, you're leading your life from your heart. And your heart, you will never be able to just open your heart without really going in and doing root work. Because the root chakra, that's where those deeply rooted belief systems are. That's the vibration that most people don't like to listen to. 396. It's a hard tone to listen to. We free our hearts with the lower chakra. So, you have your red, orange, yellow. You have your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. In working through those three, that's your deep-rooted belief systems, deep-rooted feelings, and deep-rooted power of suppression of the feminine side of you, because everybody has it, right? My belief system in retrograde has to go. I know. I even said tonight, whenever I was getting ready to do this video, I'm like, oh yeah, belief system talk in retrograde. This should go real fucking good. Nice one. That's how my guides do me. Talk about some crazy shit, Sarah. You really manifest your reality. Everything. And it's good to have things that you can feel good about, for sure. And me too. And I stay there. I can manifest me the fuck out of some vacations, cars, checks, all kind of stuff. But when it comes to letting myself get close to somebody, I'm working on that. And that's leading a life. I've been leading my life with a closed heart. And that's why I talk to you guys about this. And, my heart was closed because of the things that were going on in my root and my belief systems. And like when you go and you address that and you feel that out, you literally free yourself from those things. And so it's pretty simple, but you got to remember to keep it simple. It is simple. No. It is simple sometimes. Sometimes it's really simple. Sometimes it's really not. Like, it sometimes is like probably the hardest shit. Like, I just wish I would die instead of having to go through that. But it is simple, but it is super fucking hard. So we were talking about blame and responsibility. So when you take your responsibility for something, that's like your duty to deal with it in your life, right? When you take the blame, that is somebody like letting you be assigned the responsibility for this thing going wrong. Whenever a lot of times that's not the case. When you learn to start communicating ideas, they come to life, right? And so that's why, you want friends that you can trust to be vulnerable with, because you want to create the things that you desire. Don't be hanging around people or being around people that you have to talk like you're somebody else or be like you're somebody else, because then you're just pinging up against your heart's desires all the time just to fit in it for these moments. You have all you need inside of you to create the life that you desire. And so, a lot of people say to me, oh, Sarah, that's so crazy. I'm telling you guys, like, you do. You do. Like, I remember going from, like, the bottom of the pit. Like, couldn't even think of how I was ever going to have enough time or money to invest, like, 1 cent into myself, into the way I plan it now and put it in self-care and self-love into my life. But, taking responsibility for your life comes in many, 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 many folds too. First it was like, I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to go see this guy. He's a healer and he's different. And it's like, all right, I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to try to heal out these certain patterns. And it's like, oh, now I feel better. Now I'm going to take responsibility to maintain this, right? So, did you guys ever hear of the law of cause and effect? And so, like, lately, whenever people have been saying things that go, like, against what I want to happen, I will just literally just get up and walk away. Sometimes I don't know how to express my heart in this place, right? Because I know about the laws of cause and effect. So, like, you say it, it happens. And so some people are like, well, I can't help it. Like, my life is already fucked up enough. No. No. Thinking it is one thing, right? And even the subconscious mind thinking is one thing. When you start speaking that into your life, it's going to start coming faster than ever. And you're just going to be like, see, I was right. I was right about my fake belief system because I just created that. What are you passionate about, guys? One of my favorite things about the work I do is, like, when I work with people, I get to see them get into their best selves. When I talk to them, when I talk to them in energy body, it's like I'm talking to them from a non-judgmental place, because there's really no judgment to have out here. We all have these energetic spaces, and we're all maybe too strong on one side, too not enough on the other side. It's how it works out. A lot of stuff is coming up with money right now and beliefs around money. So what are some of your beliefs around money? What do you think when you look at your money beliefs? Like, can you see, like, where they came from? What if that wasn't real? true? What if you didn't have to be stuck with what they were stuck with? What if you could create above them? What if they were cheering you on to do that? To break the pattern and do it better than them? That's how I see it. But you can get stuck in a fear that says that, like, you can't be better than them. I'm telling you guys, look into the universal laws. I teach my baby, I teach my friends, everything I learn, strangers. Share different perspectives of the way that you tune in, that you clear out, that you do your thing. Like, my way works for a lot of people, but it might not work for everybody. There might be another way. Share it, communicate it out. How, that's what I believe we're getting into. And it's funny how, Angela, a lot of people are saying that their love lives aren't working. I don't know if you're still here, but, that's been something that I've been working on, and a lot of people I know have been working on. And I think that we all want love and desire love with our hearts, but we desire love, a healed love, not an unhealed love. And so, for us, it takes a little bit of time. Like, you're not settling for a lot of stuff. So give yourself love. Look into the universal laws. When you look into the universal laws, that's where you're able to see when you're taking responsibility for your life and looking at the universal laws, you're like, oh, shit. That's why that's like that in me. Word. I'm telling you. And, I love my work because I'm sitting here creating my work, and it's like, I don't really know how to fully describe it, and I'm still having a hard time with my bio, and I even, like, get caught up, like, somebody who's in love with someone, like, when they get, like, nervous when somebody asks me what I do, I get, like, oh, God, caught up because I just love what I do. I'm so passionate about, connecting to people and helping them to become aware of themselves and help them to learn how to navigate themselves and help them learn how to clear things out for themselves. I'm doing that. A healthy relationship. Fuck yes. Pay attention to details, guys. Don't pay attention for it too long. Like, don't keep your attention on it so much that you keep, like, burning it away from you. But pay attention to details and then, keep it moving. Like, pay attention to the details of the things that you want and then just keep it moving. Your heart's desires take a lot of work. And that is in yourself. When you're finding out about your heart's desires, you're cutting out belief systems, you're feeling feelings, you're having these power surges through you, you're having these choices you got to make with your heart, you're having these things that you say, whether you wanted to say it or didn't want to say it, you're having these visions, the way you feel connected, your whole entire everything is constantly affected. But having your heart's desires is possible. Having everything you want in this life is definitely what you came here to do. It just takes work. It's not like a free ticket. You get a free ticket once you go all the way in. Like, the free ticket is all the way inside of your belly button. Past that. That's where you have to go to get the free ticket. You must love you, guys. You must take care of you, guys. You must think about things in your lives, guys. You must connect to nature. You must have some compassion. And all of this you find inside of you. I love you guys. Where are your belief systems getting in your way? What are you doing to work on your belief systems? Are you blaming somebody else? Are you taking the blame? Are you just saying, I am going to take responsibility for my fucking life? I like people that take responsibility for their lives. Those are the people I can fuck with. Anybody else, I have a really hard time right now. Taking responsibility for your life is a big step. When you're ready to take responsibility for your life, I believe that's when you run into me. Because it's big work. And you don't always get things right. And that's okay anyways. This is like loving the fuck out of yourself, like, no matter how right or wrong you might be. Every decision, so many people are going to have a fucking opinion on it. Everything. But the good thing is like when you go inside of you to make the decision, then it doesn't even fucking matter what anybody thinks. You don't care because you're firm in your choice, in your belief system, and where you stand and how you feel and your peace about your belief system. When you're in line with your belief system, you feel peace. You feel peace. You can laugh things off. You know, the universe will directly, you know, as soon as something happens, the universe will show you why, show you as a chance for growth. I love you guys. I love you guys. Anybody want to talk about their beliefs? Because I'm about to hop off. Take my ass to bed. It's been gray here. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it. I need the sun. My friend was in Tampa at the beach today. It was gray as fuck here. I was like, girl, please post this every time you go. It heals my soul. My baby came in my room today and she was like, Mommy, I don't even want to wake up right now because it's not even nice outside. The shit that happened earlier is so over. Yeah, we came here to break shit. Old patterns. Break old belief systems. It's hard work, guys. Trust me, I fucking know. Oh, here, you guys. Let me put on my favorite. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. Look at yourself. Look at your life. Look at your belief systems. See where you're getting in your own way. See where your belief systems are getting in your own way. Mine did. This is Wherever You Are by Evan Lampkin, 528 Hertz. View from up here. Listening to Smile. All my music is listening to smile.com. Sarah Richardson, 19 for 30% off, I think. 40% off. I don't know. It's the best. Digital download. You can take it anywhere with ya. You know, I couldn't ever talk to you guys about something that I didn't love, like how I love to work with these vibes. I've had people try to get me to sell stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't like that stuff. You get rest, girl. Working hard on you is refreshing. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. There are so many ways to love yourself, man. I just took this amazing orange rose bath the other night. Holy shit. You know, eat good food, take yourself out to good dinners, get some good rest, meet some good people, flirt, be turned on. It's good to be turned on. Just keep it sacred, shorty. That goes for everybody out here. I love you guys. Citrine. So how about I gave this out at the beginning of the video and I couldn't think of the name of it. That it happens like that. But it came back right now. Citrine. I love him. I'll just let you guys listen to this and then I'm gonna hang up. It's a destination. I love you. I got my feet in the sand. You guys think I'm kidding? I'm not fucking kidding. See, it got seashells in that bitch and everything. It's pretty big too. It's like a big palm tree planter. And it's white Fort Walton Beach sand. You can't see because my light goes right over my desk. But I got seashells in there. sand dollars, some quartz from the ledges. It's like my little sacred sandbox. You can have a sacred fucking sandbox. This is how I pray. In my sacred sandbox. I love everybody. I know people are hurting really bad. I can see it. But my job is to keep it real here. It hurts people sometimes. We're working through some stuff, guys. Listening to smile.com. This is the view from up here. Evan Lampkin, wherever you are. And that's kind of cool too, because like wherever you are in your belief system, your power is like right there. We create our lives, guys. There are people that get into their belief systems, and then there are people who let their belief systems run their lives. You have a beautiful voice. I think that's what we need to do, is start just communicating a little bit better. That's what's been coming up. Ever since I've been just sitting here, it's been kicking up in my throat. Guys, we don't have to be right in what we say. This is Listening to Smile. This is Ian Morris, Evan Lampkin, wherever you are, listening to smile.com. If you type in my code, you can get money off. His work is so dope. He custom makes all my beats for my work. Isn't it great? I love the 528. If you guys didn't know that about me, 528 hertz solfeggio frequency. I'm like, hey Ian, can you jazz up this beat, but can you put the 528 under it? He's like, sure, sir. Like, how do you even know to ask me that? You've been having me in these vibes for a lot of years, Ian. I love Ian. I love listening to Smile. Dana. I know, ain't it? I love you guys because we're all connected, man. Get into your beliefs. Start looking at your beliefs. Become aware of your beliefs. Start to try to, work with your mind. Change your mind on your beliefs. If you need help, ask out. See who comes to you. I love you guys because we're all connected. One love.